Hello, chess fans. I'm Dvoretsky. Welcome to my video of Endgame series. And this has all come from Mark Dvoretsky book, Endgame Manual. And as we have learned before, we have know about the key square, and we also have learned about the direct oppositions, where black king and white king are put in a file and there is only one square between them. But today we're going to discuss about the distant oppositions. The distant opposition is the state where the white king and black king are put in one file or maybe one rank or even can one diagonal with there are three square or five square in between. So in this position like this is called the distant opposition. Now we can go to this example. In this position, white is superior because he has a pawn, and as we know that the key square are on the fourth rank, so is nearer to white king than to black king. So in this position, white is win if he makes the right move. And it goes like this. For example, white can go to e2, and then black can have the distant oppositions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if white goes to d3, and still black has the distant opposition 1, 2, 3 square. If white goes to d4, then black goes to d6, and it's a direct oppositions. In this position, although white is although black is get the oppositions, white has an extra move. By moving his pawn, then now black is put in zugzwang. So black has to move either to the left or to the right, or even to retreat his king to the seventh rank. So, for example, if black move here, then white will get outflanking the king and then ready to promote his pawn to queen and then getting black checkmated. We go to the second position. In this position, white has a pawn, but as we know that the key square here on the fifth rank, which is closer to black than to white. Because of it's closer to black, then this is a draw position. For example, if white move to d2, then black can move to d7. Black not afraid of getting opposition, the distant opposition, because white pawn is here on the d3, which is a corresponding square. So black has to move either to the c3 or e3, and whatever he move, black will get the distant opposition. For example, if white move here, then black move here. White goes to d4, then black has the opposition. In this position, black who has the oppositions and white doesn't have an extra move, like in the first before. So this is a draw position. Whatever white move, then black will have the oppositions until white has to move his pawn. Then the key square even getting closer to black king, or even now is the key square occupied by black king. So this is a draw positions. You can see the continuation by try to see my first video about the oppositions. In this position, this is also a draw. Black has to move and white has a pawn. The only move for white is go to the distant oppositions. This is only move to draw, because the other move, like for example, white try to make an opposition, black can win here, because white will lose his opposition because of his pawn here. Then if he try to move here, then black have the opposition, and black try to outflanking white, and if he takes, black takes, and then the pawn will be moved to the promotion square to queen. We go to the next example. In this position, black to move, and black can maintain a draw here by doing the right move. The right move for black is go to b8, because I'm sorry, my boy, but I continue this. If black goes to b8, then white have no opposition here because of his pawn. White can't go here, so the only move for white is to go forward. If he move here, then black has the opposition. If he move to c4, then black will have the oppositions. The other move for black will create a lose for black. For example, if we go here, then white will have the oppositions, and then this is win for white. You can see in my first video about the opposition or the key square here. And this is the last example from me. This is also important. In this position, white has to pawn, but this pawn is losing. Whatever white do, black can get this pawn. For example, if white goes here, then black can take all his pawn, and this time, although white has the opposition, black has an extra move, and this is win for black. So this is white has idea for maintain a draw by making this pawn moving forward. By this pawn moving forward, maybe to the 6th rank or even the 5th rank, the farther this pawn go, then the key square will be getting closer to the white king. For example, in this position, white will sacrifice his pawn, and if black takes with his king, then this is a draw position. white will have the oppositions. And if black takes with pawn, then the key square become closer to the white king. Now, once again, a sacrifice, then the pawn that before the pawn is on the 7th rank, now in the 5th rank. Now in the 5th rank, the key square are here on the 3rd rank. So this is getting closer to the both white king or black king. Now this is a draw position if white can move right, and the right move is here on the g1. If black goes here, then white goes here, and this is a draw because white have the oppositions, as we know in the video before. And if black goes here, as the example before, white can go to f1, and black cannot maintain the opposition, the distant opposition, because of his pawn. So in this position, black has to move to g4 or f4, and whatever white move, the white can get the opposition. For example, black goes here, white goes half the oppositions, and then whatever black do, white will have the opposition, and in this position will be draw, and there is no winning for black. So that's the video from me about the distant opposition, and there is still an example about the distant opposition. Maybe in my next video I will try to discuss about the distant opposition and minute square. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe or like my video so you get update for the Endgame series from me. Thank you everybody. Good luck.